Hi, Tim Sells here, and this is absolutely my favorite. I don't have time. Why is it my favorite? It's because it was my objection coming into network marketing. So here's the way this happened. I had tried to do network marketing for, I don't know, a week or two or something like that. And I got frustrated and I was driving and this is brand new cell phones, by the way. I got a phone call from my sponsor and I just let him know, hey, Rick, I appreciate you following up, but I can't do this. I just don't have the time. And so as those of you who have kind of followed in different videos, I give bits and pieces here and there. Rick was a very professional man, and I respected him tremendously. And I have when someone is a senior to me, then I give them a lot of respect. Okay, so I'm not disrespectful to somebody. And so he just kind of made a comment, and he kind of shook me out of it. He goes, well, you know what? Let's talk about this a little bit because I don't want you to feel as though that you don't have the time and such. And so he ended up walking me through something, and I'm going to walk through it with you, and so that you can kind of come up with your own logic of how this works. Okay, so I get it. Okay, so you've got this thing called work, and you've got this thing called sleep. 8 hours here, 8 hours here, and you got this thing called everything else. 8 hours there. That's the simplicity of life. It really is. Okay, so you can carve off a little bit for travel. You can carve off a little bit for sleeping a little bit longer or a little bit less. But at the end of the day, it's 8, 8, 8. Okay? All right. So that's your life. And the challenge that we've got here is that this persists until you change it. Not somebody else changing it, you changing it. And that is one of the hardest things. And the reason I saw this video, and this is Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, and he says, a salary is the drug they give you to forget your dreams. And it's just extremely well said because I wanted more. More what? Well, more life, more things, more money, more freedom, more time. I wanted all of that, but yet I was stuck in this thing called the Navy. All right. So, and as you know, if you followed some of my videos, is that this is a comparison between real estate and network marketing. And this is the number of successful people. And so the $50,000 a year, 25,000 people a year in real estate make $50,000. Okay. In network marketing, 53,000 people, not 25,000 people, earn $50,000. And so it's 2 times more people, 3 times more people in the $75,000 category, and 11 times more people in the network marketing category than in real estate. That's a lot of difference. 11 times more. That's what I wanted. More freedom, more everything. Okay. And so that ought to help you understand this component, that why does we make so many more people in these categories than here? Well, it's because one person is doing the pipeline in real estate. They are the person who's generating the leads, setting the appointments, and doing house showings, and presentations, if you want to call it that. And over here, we're in a group doing it. And so there's more people doing the pipeline, and that's why we create more people at these higher levels. Okay? One person doing the pipeline, except for the real estate broker. The broker may have multiple agents. Okay? But normally they don't have the level that we have in terms of number of people. So, okay, so here's the exponential factor. You have this thing where, all right, so in real estate, let me just focus on the one thing here. Real estate, $225,000 home. That's the average price of a home sale. You make $5,000 commission about. And so to sell 10 homes, you have to do probably 100 leads in order to sell 10 homes. And that's going to make you $50,000 a year. 15 homes, or about 150 leads, $75,000 a year. 20 homes, about 200 leads, to make $100,000 a year. All right, January 1st, start all over again. So even if we in network marketing didn't make 11 times more people who make $100,000, I would still rather do network marketing. Even if they did 11 times more people, I would still do network marketing because it's consumable products and it tends to be residual. They have to do 200 leads again next year to make $100,000. All right. And so this is without a team. They run out of time because they're trying to move 200 leads across the pipeline. That's what the issue is. That's the fundamental difference in it. In network marketing world, you've got an exponential factor. Okay, so I got 40 customers. I trained my people how to get customers, and I have 36,953 in my team. That is a 92,000% X factor, exponential factor. 129, I sponsored 129 business people, and now I have 41,820. That's 32,000 X factor. And it compounds because the consumable products. Yes, we have attrition customers. Yes, we have attrition in reps. But when the thing is growing, you can have some attrition and it not hurt you. Okay? And this is with a team. It multiplies time. Here you run out of time. Remember, this whole video is about time. And I'm letting you know the trap. And the trap in a job is you run out of time. You have to figure out a way to exponentially pop it. That's the only way. It's the only way. Okay. So, I'm just going to give you and show you exactly how I build so that you get the picture in your head, the true difficult part, or let me say it another way, a true difficulty level. In other words, how difficult is this, right? So, you guys all know the pipeline: generate a lead, set an appointment, do a presentation, follow up, you get a customer, serve them, you make money. Get a rep, serve them, you make money. Okay, so here's the way I build. So let's say I started with this line right here, and I'm building. This is an after effect. This is not how it started. If you can just picture, this is me right here, and I had to get that one person. Okay? And how did I get that one person? Pipeline. And then how did I get that one person? Okay? It's the same. All right? And so if that person didn't do anything, I just stacked somebody below them, and then stacked somebody below them. I just stacked somebody below that. I just kept doing the pipeline, and when somebody would join, I just kept stacking down. What am I looking for? I'm looking for somebody to do what I do. Do the pipeline. And so when they do, boom, it finishes. This one right here is even a better example. Boom, 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 and it blows. Okay? Now, somebody's doing the pipeline better than me. And that's why I tell people I have 32 people on my team that make more than me. That's awesome. That's the way it should be. Okay? So real estate agents do not have consumable products that tend to repeat, nor do they build a team. Plus, network marketing has an exponential factor. This is what I mean when I say exponential factor. They're better than me. Okay? you get 5 people, 10 people, something like that, 2 people. You work for 2 years to try to get 1 person, and you say, man, this is just too much work. It's just too impossible. I can't do it. Okay, get rid of that guy that's in you, in your head, that says that thing, because you can. I was in that spot. Okay, I'm telling you, I was telling Rick I couldn't do it because I didn't have enough time. That's not true. The truth is that I had gotten a little too many no's. Well, I ended up over time figuring out that mathematically it's about 40 people. Okay, now mathematically, when you say that, it's a difficult thing. If I flipped a coin 10 times, it's going to come out to be, it's not going to necessarily land on 5 heads and 5 tails. But if I did it 1,000 times, it would come closer to being that. So I may have to go through 60 in one team, or 20 in another team, or maybe I have to do 100 in one team and then 15 in another team, in order to find the person who's really going to do the pipeline. Okay? And then all the other people, the people who are in anti-world, they're always like, oh, those poor people, you're just sucking the life out of those people, Well, every one of these, I built half their business for them. They don't ever talk about that. Whenever can you join a business where your business partner is going to build half your business for you? Or somebody you don't even know, right? A lot of these people, they don't even know. Okay? And I don't wait for somebody to build half my business. All right? No. I know the pipeline. I don't need anything else. That knowledge of the pipeline is gold. All right? So I can't even tell you how many millions it's worth. All righty, here we go. I didn't have time. I decided to make time. That is the decision you have to make in your head. Everyone has the same amount of time. So get over that is the excuse, because that excuse is going to pop up all the time. Okay, so here's the way that I did it. My work schedule was not like this, but for all intents and purposes, it will work out. So I was up really early for working out and things like that. And so I just shifted my day. But let's say that I hit the shower. So I worked out and then I hit the shower at around 0600. But I would be able to squeeze time right there. While everybody else would take a Hollywood shower, I would take a respectful Navy shower, which is very fast. And so I would carve a little time. That's what these little blue or red lines are, is that I would carve little times on my drive to work, on my drive home, like at different times I would squeeze it to where I would make phone calls to get it in. And then on my weekends, not weekends, forget that this is a weekend. It's not. This is the evening of every day. So here's basically the way this goes. 9 to 5, all right? And then you get home and you're going to go to sleep at 11 and you're going to wake up at 7. You got some food time here and you got some travel time here, all right? And then this right here is from 5 o'clock when you get home until 11 o'clock. So that is where you earn freedom in those red slices that I have here. And then depending upon what you want to do with your Saturday and Sunday, just with Saturday, I left out Sunday for this example, but that can give you, if you just did this, 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 and this, that gives you 46 hours a week. And that was worth it to me to do that. I did it for 5 years and got to $150,000 a month. Okay? So the next time when I built, it took me maybe, a month to get to $2,000 a week. And so it's because I knew the pipeline. So if you really like think it through, that you're able to gain back all of this time for going and working for freedom, to really work for freedom. You get to get rid of this 8 hours a day. So you are going to gain a lot of time. Okay. So it could be as many as 10 hours, because if you think about work, you know, going to work and travel in the distance and things like that, you know, it can end up giving you 10 hours a day, which is quite significant. Okay. This is probably one of my very favorite quotes of my life, which is, "We are kept from our goal, not by obstacles, but by a clear path to a lesser goal." And I believe that that is the most appropriate and germane thing having to do with time. Network marketing is the only one that I know that's going to give you that exponential factor and the consumption. The consumption you can get elsewhere, but the exponential factor, I've just never seen anything like it. You know, maybe in the stock market, if you own the company and you have a lot of shares in the company, there's an exponential factor. All right. But network marketing is the only one for the average person that I know of. And you just can't beat it. And so now what? I was, when I was in the military, I was sitting in the bleachers, and I was in Navy, and normally Navy doesn't go through Fort Benning, Georgia, airborne school. And but because of I was in Spec Ops, I was sent there. And so we were sitting, and there was a discussion going on. I got to give you a little bit of framework in order for you to understand this. And so these right here, these are the risers that go up to the parachute that's above. Okay. And if you see this this big thing here that looks like a really fat belly or something, it's this thing, and that is a reserve parachute. Just in case this parachute doesn't open, then you pull that one. Okay? So, and right there is the lever that you have your hands on when you jump out of the airplane. And if your parachute doesn't open, then you're going to pull this one, and it's going to open up, but it's a very packed parachute. Okay? And so you're going to have to, like, as you're falling from the airplane towards the ground at a very rapid speed, you're going to have to get that parachute open and get it to blossom. And if it's, you know, rolled all over itself and it's not blossoming, well, you're going to have to like shake the risers and do whatever's needed to be done, pulling on them or whatever, in order to get that thing open. All right. So we're all sitting in some bleachers, and there's this instructor that's got one of these around him, and he's walking us through how to do this. And he says, you know, you open it up, you know, it's going to, you know, you may have to pull it out because you could be falling face down and it's not catching air. And so he's walking through this thing, and this whiz kid that was sitting in the bleachers, he says, sir? And he said, yes. And he goes, based upon how high you are, how long do you have to get that parachute open? And any of you that have ever been through Fort Benning, you're going to just laugh right now because you know what kind of answer he got. Because he just like looks at you like you're the dumbest person in the world, and he says, the rest of your life. That's how long you have, son. And I'll never forget that, because it was just one of those epiphanies. Yeah, who cares that you're at a certain altitude and it's going to take you this long? No, you got the rest of your life to get that reserve parachute open, because you're going to, hit the ground. And so anyway, I feel that way about time. Because if you knew my life and the freedom of my life, you would crawl naked over broken glass to get it, because it's just incredible. It really, really is. And it's not just me. I know many, many people. I know people who were, like in the first company that I built, and they have had utter freedom for 30 years now. Okay, just utter walk away income. All right. And so you got the rest of your life to figure out how to solve this problem. And I don't believe an easier way than to get a team underneath you. And that part's going to be the work. Good. Go through the pipeline real fast. Do a whole bunch of them and get a team that's blossoming. Okay. So let me know what you think about this video. What do you think? Did you have to solve the time problem? Are you still trying to solve the time problem? All right. Yes, I know it is a problem, but it's a good problem because you're working your way towards freedom. Okay. Comment down below. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And if you haven't already subscribed, you might think of it.